So today we're here with Adam Wolf at DreamWorks, and we're at Roxborough, North Carolina, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Roxborough's not a huge town, but they got a really cool place here, which is really kind of, I guess you could say this place is kind of like, it's kind of, in my opinion, it's almost like a hidden gem. Like a lot of cool cars. You never would have thought that it would be here. So we came for an appearance. A lot of you guys saw that we went to Roxborough for an appearance just to go meet and greet some fans and go have a good time at the racetrack. We fought rain all weekend, but it was a pretty good show. On my way here, I had a tire problem on the dually. When I got to the racetrack, I just kind of asked around, like, where should I take this to? And these guys came up. So last night, what time did we get here last night? About 7 o'clock?
7 o'clock.
Yeah. So we thought we were just going to throw 6 tires on my dually and be able to get back on the road. So we came here about 7. Needless to say, after many hours of beating on things with a hammer and everything else, we called it a night at about 2 o'clock in the morning because we couldn't get one of the wheels off. Turns out that somebody at some point in time in my truck's life, whenever we rotated the wheels and tires on it, clocked one of the inner dually wheels wrong, and we literally couldn't get it off. What do we have? A tow truck, a forklift,
employee's truck,
3 or 4 sledgehammers,
ratchet straps, dead blows,
yeah,
penetrating oil,
yeah,
heat, anything.
Yeah, and we never could get it off. So about 2 in the morning, we just kind of hung it up and said, let's just think about things and get up tomorrow. And we were prepared to pull apart, like take the axle out and pull the inner bearings out of it, basically disassemble the side of the rear end to get it out to maybe we could figure something out. But you ended up waking up earlier than I did. Yeah. And got up here this morning and took it over to your buddy's shop.
Yeah, Chip King.
Chip King, and he's a pro mod driver and smart guy too, obviously. And you guys used a couple porta powers and pulled this thing off. Huh?
A couple porta powers, a flat piece of plate, a piece of wood, a big lug nut, a spacer. It's a pretty sophisticated operation.
Yeah, right. If that's what you want to call it. Yeah. But anyway, no, this place is really cool. So I just thought all you guys would probably like to see kind of like, this is what we did this weekend. So we spent a lot of time here. Yeah. Then I walked out to his shop and he's got a bunch of crazy cars. And so number one, if you're in the area and you need something, I'm going to tell everybody to come hit you up.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. Thanks a lot. We appreciate it.
If you're in the Roxborough, North Carolina area, or probably anywhere in North Carolina, I noticed a bunch of your stuff is, they send cars to you all from all over the place.
Yeah, so like today we have New Jersey, this one's coming from D.C., this one just came from New Orleans. That's just since you guys have been here this afternoon.
No doubt. Yep.
So it's a lot. So the funny thing, guys, is that this isn't the first time I've worked on one of Ryan's cars.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's the craziest story ever, but one of the drivers, or a guy that worked for him, had a breakdown somewhere in North Carolina, called us. And so yesterday when he was like, can you put tires on? And I was like, yeah, I guess I can bail you out again.
Yeah.
And he didn't even know it.
And I didn't know. Some people might remember Johnny Drama. And Johnny Drama was taking, and I'm trying to remember what he was supposed to be doing. Yeah. Because he was supposed to be taking one of my cars, maybe to RK or something.
I don't remember what he was doing.
I know.
I just remembered it.
He ended up here.
Yeah, it wasn't pretty.
No.
But anyway, he's a friend of ours, and he always tries to help us out. So we try to help him out.
That's right.
Long story short,
you ended up with my truck up here broke down.
Yeah.
We ended up having to send. So the way that bad story ended up was we ended up having to. I had to send another truck and trailer after it. I think to drag it back to Oklahoma because it was all blown up.
Yeah, so it was.
So lucky you knew it was going to be something good. If I'm calling you for some help.
So that's why I laughed. Said, yeah, let's go put 6 tires on. And little did we know, but we gave up last night about 2. I'm setting the scene. It's raining outside. We have the rollback crossways and 158 out front.
In the middle of the road,
The dually hooked against the curb with ratchet straps on the back of the rollback, trying to pull the wheel off, pulling the dually against the curb so it doesn't move.
Yep.
And you know, I figured right then, and it didn't move. We probably were pushing our limit outside in the rain at 2-something in the morning doing that.
So luckily there was no cars or anything. We had the complete road blocked off. And so I kind of thought if there was anything, when we thought about doing that, I was like, hey, I think this is going to get it. And when it didn't budge the wheel whatsoever, I was like, "No, we're."
I knew it was over.
Yeah,
I knew it was over. I felt the same way.
We was in trouble.
When we started snatching it and it wasn't moving, I was like, "Yeah, this is bad. This is not going to work. We got to do something smarter." And so anyway, morning came. Chip and I, he's somebody like us, man. He'll do anything for racers. He's been in the business for a long time. He's a really smart guy. Got a lot of tools. And, him and I, man, and we got about 3/4 of the way through it, and we were like, man, we don't even change our own tires.
Yeah, right. Well, the crazy thing is, it's Mother's Day today. So today's Mother's Day.
Yeah.
So when I got up this morning,
Happy Mother's Day, Mom.
Yeah.
Love you.
Whenever I got up this morning, I thought to myself, okay, so I know he said we were going to work on this today, but Cherish is with me, and I need to do something for her for Mother's Day. I'm supposed to be at the racetrack, and I figured you had stuff going on, so I decided I'm not going to bother him, and I'm not going to text him until, I don't know, what was it, noon or something, maybe, and so it was. I just figured you had stuff going on, but little did I know, while I was waiting on you to kind of think about texting me back, you were actually working on it. So I appreciate that. For real, it means a lot. Like, we wouldn't be able to make it to where we're going without you guys' help. So I really appreciate it.
No problem, man. I just didn't want everybody. I didn't want all the guys standing around and everybody waiting.
It makes
I wanted
sense.
to kind of just try to get it done to give you a sense of direction. Because if you were racing and you needed to pull the axle out, I wanted to say, hey guys, you might want to stay the night. Let's work on it tonight or in the morning. I want to plan. I didn't want to just keep ad-libbing something, and so it worked out good, man. So I appreciate you guys, and glad to have you guys in Roxborough. It was great to have you guys at the track, and for you guys to show up. A lot of the people around here look up to y'all, and for us to be able to come out and display our stuff and just work alongside with you guys, it was really good for the community, and we're all about that.
I feel like even though we've really fought some adverse weather, it was still a pretty decent turnout, and there's still a lot of people that got to come. And I feel bad for everybody that, I know there was probably twice as many people that contacted us about coming, but we're nervous because Friday was 70% chance of rain, Saturday was 80%, and today, it rains all day. So
it's just a tough.
This was a bad deal all the way around, but still a lot of people got to come. We got to make one pass, and then got to meet you. So like I got to, this is, I mean, arguably one of the nicest shops I've been to. Yeah. So a lot of these guys know I like to, if I get to somebody that helps me out, I try to give back to them by letting everybody know that, where they're at. Try to get people in the door for you or whatever, and this is no different. But when I'm impressed with a place, I like to show all my YouTube people, where I've been, and so that they can kind of feel like they've been there with us. But not only that, so that maybe if they need a really cool set of wheels in their car or whatever, they'll come to you, Yeah. So I appreciate it, and for that, I think we should just go show them around a little bit.
Let's take a quick walk around.
Whatever
talk about it a little bit.
I've seen everything that's cool, but whatever you want to show these guys,
So we'll go into the main shop first.
Some of the cars in here I've got to see, I've never really been up close to,
Let's start. It's a Rolls-Royce Cullinan. Did a nice stereo system in the back. We spec'd it with full custom interior. We had a Starlight headliner with shooting stars.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Pretty bad.
Saw that earlier. I was showing my little boy earlier. He loved that. And I'm a sucker for anything with red interior. It could literally be anything with red interior. So obviously this thing kind of caught my attention.
So it's pretty neat, and and the crazy thing about all the stuff I'm about to show you, it's not like we knew y'all were coming and we just all of a sudden parked a bunch of cars. This is our everyday life. This is what we do on a daily basis, and so it's awesome. In here, go ahead. Sorry.
No, it's cool. I was going to say, here in a minute we're going to pass by the tire machine, and we'll show these guys this great tire that I have that caused all this stuff.
This is our upholstery room. This is where we do all of our custom seats. So we do all of it in house, all our own sewing, seat making, custom seat making, foaming, everything we do right here. All stitching. Here's another headliner, getting Starlight headliner going in right here. So we do that. We even got a custom barbershop chair for a popular celebrity barber, and so this will go into his studio. So it's pretty cool.
So y'all not just like, if you were to describe your shop, y'all pretty much literally do everything. I mean, you're kind of a one-stop.
We do, and a lot of it's because of where we're at, and never being able to find like really strong subs and stuff. You have to rely on yourself, because I can't lie to somebody like you. I can't lie to any of my customers, and when I'm relying on somebody else, that's kind of what took me from being a stereo shop where I just put CD players in at an 18-year-old to a full one-stop shop that's nationally known.
Right.
It came in very small steps, no investors. It's just been a long, hard road of 100-hour weeks, and it still is. It's you see how busy today has been, unplanned. It's Mother's Day.
It reminds me
Sunday.
of a smaller. So your shop reminds me of my shop, except for just a way scaled down, smaller version. Like I'm meeting people there on Sundays if I need to, or Saturdays or whatever, and that's just to. It's just to run business. It's not because you really just love to work on Sundays. It's just because sometimes that's just what it takes.
That's what it takes, and it's what it takes for our level of success, for us to be successful in our world. Because if we're like every other repair shop or every other custom shop, then everybody would be the same.
That's right.
I'm different because I'm built different. I do different things.
And people may like that part about you, that knowing that they can, if they, and it's not always a good thing. And I know I'll be on the other side of it, but if people know that they can call you and go, hey man, I'm coming from out of town, I need you to meet me on a Sunday. No, I know you enough already in the last couple of days, you're probably going to do it one way or the other. So, so
just like the truck driver I met, he's like, man, you don't know how much time you saved me by meeting me here on Sunday.
Not making him wait till Monday.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, he's going to be 20 hours down the street, you know, and that's a big deal. And he'll appreciate it. He'll remember that for a long time. And I offered it to him. He didn't ask because I know the situation.
Right.
Because sometimes my truck driver's sitting for 3 days waiting on somebody. And so that's a big deal.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah, for sure.
GTR that we have, you know, full interior, Starlight headliner, big stereo system. And here's where we build all of our molds for our interior. You can see we have, you know, table saws, routers. We stock a bunch of aluminums, Lexans.
This is where you make all like the trim panels to finish out stereo trim panel or whatever.
Build an interior console, build speaker boxes, all the stuff that we do in here.
Yeah.
So you know, this is guys get in here and can use their imagination and just do whatever they want to do, and it's a really cool part. But it's a big part of what we do, you know, because every car we try to add some of this into in some phase. Plus, for the sign shop, we build a lot of signs. Like that's a jig for a sign. It'll go in the middle of a city somewhere.
Right.
You know, it'll be for some city. Next over, we got a 22 Porsche Taycan. You can see we're in the middle of wrapping it. Some people wrap cars and just throw the vinyl on, use a knife, use torches, and run through it. We don't use any of that. We blow every car apart that we wrap. And we're doing this one satin black, and you can see we got it torn down.
Ryan says you take everything apart.
Yeah. It's the difference, and you know, you're not stressing the material. You're not putting knives on cars. It's a whole different process, and not that the other process isn't acceptable in certain applications, but this is just what we do.
Sure.
This is what separates us, and this is, you know, the level of expectation that I have for my clients and for my employees. Here's a Urus that we just putting back together. We had completely blown apart. Satin black, we did a lot of gloss black accents on it. Custom painted calipers, Starlight headliner. So this is a typical build for us.
Y'all, the calipers come like that, or you guys paint them?
We painted them.
Okay.
Yeah. The red that was in there wasn't near as red. It's not doesn't have a heavy clear coat, and so we didn't like the it had white Lamborghini logo.
Oh yeah.
And I wanted black Lamborghini logos on it. And so, you know, we painted the rotors too because they weren't painted.
Sure. When you tell me you paint the rotors, I was going to ask you this the other day. So you paint anywhere? Show me.
We will paint from right here down to there.
Okay.
From there up.
Yeah.
So like if you look at any of the rotors that we do, we take that off. Some people leave it on and try to rub it off. You can't.
Yeah.
It has to be done properly. You know. So
that's kind of what I was getting at. Is I've kind of seen people paint those different ways.
Yeah.
And I've seen people try to paint the whole rotor and then try to take paint off of it afterwards.
Yeah. Some people do that. Some people brake check it and then it cakes the pads up. If you ever pulled your pads off after you've done that,
then you'd have
they're
paint
full of paint. So you know that's what we do. Plus we like to use an epoxy sealer on them and things like that also. Here's a really nice truck that we just, you know, we blew all the way apart, took the bed off just to wrap it. You know, again, it's a nice Dodge Ram. I mean, it's a really nice truck, but we just go that extra mile to make sure that we're getting back here. You see all this is wrapped.
I noticed that.
And so, but the only way to do it properly
is if you take the bed off, because how else you gonna get back here, and then otherwise it's gonna stop here, and then people. And if you look right there, you can see the two differences.
It makes such a difference, and you know, so we did the bumpers, and you know, but you got to take them apart. You got to take every piece off the bumpers. We paint the logos, paint the brakes, stereo system. You know, just a really good build.
Sure.
Here's a brand new 22 Platinum Cadillac Escalade for one of our New Orleans customers, and so we sold it to them, two-toning the emblems. We did this custom pink mix that I did, so it's really like a hot pink, but it has a lot of pearl in it.
Sure.
It's a custom color that I made, so we two-toned the emblems. We did Starlight headliner, set of 26-inch Giovanna wheels on it, painted brakes. We did pink brakes on it. And, yes, sir.
The headline is pretty cool. I was wondering if it was going to be pink.
Yep, it's sitting on pink now.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's multicolor. You can change the color of it. You can probably see in there.
Here you go, Richard. Here's the whole reason why we're here.
Head there.
Here's some collateral damage from last night. This is the stuff. This is the kind of tools we were working with last night.
No, I wish we would have had a video camera last night.
We got a little. We have some. We might have a little bit of B-roll for it that we're putting together.
Right, but I had no idea we were going to do that, so I didn't even. I was thinking, well, I just let you sleep. I didn't want to bug you.
No, but I would have loved to.
Yeah,
I know. It would have been good because some of the dumb stuff we were doing. No, this is why we're here. So like this tire came apart on me on the way here, and it did not look like this for most of the trip. But I knew, like, we went about 800 miles the first day. I think this total trip was 1250. We went about 800 miles, maybe 750 the first day. When I got up the next morning, we get on the highway, and I'm like, man, something don't feel right. Like, it was not shaking last night, you know? So I'm just thinking I got a bad tire, or I finally put enough miles on these, you know? I mean, like, these weren't terrible. Like, you know, they were on the...
No, you had plenty of tread.
Yeah. And so when I pulled over, there's about 225 miles an hour. I pulled over at Lowe's. I was like, man, it's got to be a tire. So I stopped. This is the inside, so I'm feeling it from the inside. And I hang my fingernail on something. I was like, ow, what is that? I was like, oh, there's our winner. So this tire came apart. So I thought, okay, I knew I was getting ready to need tires. I found a set in Florida, and I had them. And I actually had Dominator pick them up for me when he was in Florida. Brought them to me at the last race. We just been hauling them around the apparel trailer.
Yep.
Well, I thought, okay, I got the apparel trailer here, the tires. I just got to make it to Roxborough, and I'll find somebody to put tires on. And you are the lucky guy that I found to do that.
Winner.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, so now the tow pig over there actually has 6 new tires on it, thanks to you guys.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that. But this is why we came here, and this is the one we fought. So this wheel was stuck on the truck. And I can't really explain it. I'm going to try to later, but I can't really explain it.
It's hard to explain.
Yeah, but it was stuck on the truck. We couldn't get it off. And so it's all because of this stupid tire right here.
Yeah.
But if it would have happened anywhere else,
Yeah,
on the
you'd
side
be
of the
in
road,
trouble.
me and Ricky would have really been cussing that thing. Because I don't know how he would have got it off.
Yeah. I don't either.
We left last night, so I'm going to send Ricky home with that. And when we left last night, I said, Ricky, I don't know. You're going to have to figure out how to get the tire on your truck before you leave.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
You'll be in North Carolina, so y'all go to Pennsylvania. We'd get it done in a week.
Yeah.
We'd find more curves to pull it against.
Yeah, or something.
Whatever we could do.
I think last night, if you'd have said, hey, Joe down the street's got a rear end for that thing, I'd have just bought it and replaced it.
You know, I'm not. But when we go back there, you know, we're doing that other Chevy back there.
Yes.
I had went back there to look at the rear end to
my
figure out what it
gosh.
was going to be, and I'm like, man, I'm a crazy guy.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm getting a
Think
little
about
out
how
of
we're going to tear it
control.
apart.
Yep. There's a really nice Grand National, full built. It's got a stage 1 motor in it. Runs about 30 pounds of boost.
Is this yours?
Just sold it. Yep. I just sold it.
So do you have any of these right now that you own?
And it's dailies.
Yeah, dailies.
In his dailies? In his,
Dailies, yeah.
his warehouse of dailies?
Dailies. Yeah, that's right. Some dailies.
Well, I'm looking for one of these if you happen to find one.
I'm gonna get you one. I'm gonna
It's
hook you
nice.
one up. I got a couple of them in mind for you.
Even if we got to do a few things to it,
I
I'm
think
okay.
we'll-
And then it don't have to be, like I said, like, obviously, would not be scared if it did happen to be real fast, but
Yeah.
I want to roll it.
You
know
want
what I
something
mean?
that you can
Yeah.
drive. Yeah, that you can drive and
Yeah.
have some decent quality with, and
It's got 6 speed on it.
Yeah, that's cool. That's pretty
That's
fun
fine.
car.
LS3 6-speed, porch line wheels. You know, just fun to drive. You know,
Another daily.
yeah, just a daily.
Another
Just a
daily?
daily. Yeah.
Just another daily.
Just another daily. Got a Panamera Turbo. Just got on trade. Just came in.
Was this a Bentley?
Yeah, just a Bentley Continental GT. Got a brand new RSQ6 to sell. It's an Audi, so RSQ8. They're really hard to get. This is the fast one. Has the same drivetrain as the Lamborghini Urus. So
yeah,
they're hard. They're hard
What's
to
the
get.
sticker on those?
142. That's the sticker on them, and you know it's probably a 10-12 month waiting list for them.
Yeah.
So the secondary market's pretty strong on them.
Right.
A lot of fun to drive. Pretty roomy. It looks small, but it's pretty roomy, so it's a great car too. And factory 23s on it on the RSQ version.
Continentals.
Yeah, so it's pretty bad.
You probably wouldn't have to beat the tires off that thing.
No. So, you know, kind of an everyday type build for us. Lowered, painted brakes, painted accents, smoke lights, headers, supercharger. Really cool build. You don't see many short bed.
Are you flipping that?
No, it's for a customer.
Okay.
Yeah, local customer. So it's a great build. You know, these trucks are really starting to come back now. Like a short bed regular cab truck is getting
very
really popular.
Hey, I'll tell you, in the Midwest and the central part of the country, they're hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like my buddy, I got some buddies in California and stuff like that. They're like, they're not really that strong. And then he called me the other day. He was like, hey, they're starting to come around big time. And I feel like it kind of started in the middle for some reason. And
yeah, it's becoming popular. Yeah. Here's a brand new 22 Urus satin black. Got these exclusive lime accents on it. We're doing a 1016 Industries wide body kit. So we're actually doing a full carbon fiber wide body kit on it. Starlight headliner system, wheels, lowering it, painted brakes. Kind of a full build, and so we're taking care of that. We got a truck similar to yours.
yeah, this looks like
a few parts.
looks out of place in here. I'm just going to tell you.
This was your donor truck.
Yeah, right.
This is your donor truck right here.
Except there's no rear end, so it wouldn't have done us any good.
Yeah, that's right. We got some other parts.
There was one point in time last night where I think if you'd have been like, hey man, I got a white truck left, I'll trade you. I might have just done it.
Yeah, we put the cab on it.
Yeah.
Here's another Rolls-Royce Cullinan. It just came in for service. So we take care of the stuff on it. Great customer and long-time customer, 20 plus years.
So that's
we're taking care of them.
Them are good looking rides. Rolls Royces don't usually do anything for me, but I like these.
Yeah, they're slick, man.
Yeah.
They're really, really nice.
Just as a big SUV, the thing's got a lot of room on the inside.
Yeah.
What's
this is actually the carbon hood for the Urus
for the Lambo?
Full carbon. Yeah. So it's pretty cool. We got this is Quavo from the Migos. This is his Aventador, and we've done a crazy build on it, and now we're actually putting it. You kind of see the reminiscent of this crazy purple wrap.
You just tore the wrap off?
Yeah, it glue in the dark. You know, was glowing in the dark and things like that. We put a bunch of lights under it and in the engine compartment. So we just peeled the wrap off. We're going to remix it a little bit and come out with something new. So we'll be seeing a new version of this in the next few months. Hit the street. So it's pretty radical build, you know.
Red interior, man. Everything in here's got red interior.
Yeah. You can tell we like red interior.
Yeah, no doubt. That's what that gets me. I mean, this car. I mean, your car. You kind of get it. And you're like, oh, not necessarily this car, but you go, oh, okay, it's pretty cool. But man, if it's got a nice red interior, I start to like it a lot more.
Yeah. Anything with red interior, I'm the same. Yeah. I'm the same way.
It could be a total bucket, but if it's got red interior, I kind of like it.
So this is a real important part of what we do. This is our paint shop. So we do all our painting in here. We have one paint booth right here, as you can see. For those of you who are off-road guys and Jeep fans, this is Fab 4's Grumper package, and people that know them know they come real textured and rough. We actually mock them up, fit them. We have totally smoothed them out, prime them, block them, smooth up anything, and then paint them satin black. We're doing a really cool Jeep build, but that's the how in depth we go. And you can see in here, we paint parts every day for every one of our builds, so it's really, really cool.
Paint booth. Oh yeah, I see some calipers hanging in the paint booth.
Yep, paint booth, mixing room. That's where we mix all our own paint. You can see a set of calipers. Those are going to be actually for that Taycan in there.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So we did a custom orange mix with logos on them. Really sweet. Here's a Maybach we got on trade. This is Zion Williamson's car.
So you keep
place
saying
for
we got
that
on
New
trade, so
Orleans.
you must not just customize. You sounds like you buy
Yeah,
and
we have a
sell.
dealership too. Yeah,
Okay,
so we buy a dealership.
So somebody may come to you and let's say they want a Lamborghini Urus or something like that, but then in a year they may decide they want something like this, and
Yep.
then you'll take it on trade.
Take it on trade, get them
Flop,
a new car,
yeah.
customize it, and then when it gets delivered to them,
That's
it's
cool.
to their spec how they want it. Here's some wheels that we painted, calipers. Those are for that Jeep that we're building. Here's one of our guys, really nice Rolls Royce we built a couple years ago. Candy green logo, satin black paint, 24-inch Forgiatos, floating center caps. It's got custom floating center caps. They're out right now. It's got logos in the headrest, Starlight. Just really, really cool car. And these are like some of the more popular Rolls Royces, you know.
Strong odor in that car.
Yeah, it's just it's just the, you know.
Like I can't put my finger on it. I don't know what it smells like.
So here's a repair of a job we're doing. Some more calipers right here, stuff like that. What's up, Head? Dave I. Dave I, man, you looking fresh like you just came out of church.
What's up, man? David put on the race that we were just at. We were just talking about this.
Yeah,
And that's the reason why we're here in Roxborough.
Yeah.
Is he put on this race? What was it? Was a Clash of the Titans? What was this show?
Clash
Yeah.
of the Titans.
Yeah, Clash of the Titans.
Yeah,
Clash of the
was it Clash of the Titans?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So Head, you know Ryan was here to get his truck repaired, right?
Yeah.
We're almost done with it.
Oh yeah.
Couldn't get the wheel off, so we ended up taking the cab off so we could get to the back wheel.
You remember last night? This is kind of what it looked like by the time we gave up. It was really close to this. Yeah. In my head this morning, I thought that's what I woke up to. I was like, oh, my truck's just in pieces. I don't know how we're gonna get it to Atlanta.
But I'm telling you, last night I was in here going, I think I can take this bolt loose and slide this off.
I know. I ain't gonna lie. I did the same thing. But I was on YouTube last night going, okay, how you take this apart again? I can't remember.
So here's the old part. This is the new. Of course, we're putting a new chassis on this truck.
Yeah.
What we're doing. So you kind of see we're diverse, man. We have to do a lot of different things.
Right.
We have another prep station right here. This is another car. Came in on trade. We got to repair the bumper. Been keyed down the side, so we're taking care of that. Another color change right here. Set of rotors and calipers ready to paint. You can see we break them. You know, everything's broke all the way down. We'll get these completely prepped up, ready for paint.
Nice.
And get got corn in the back. I got my strap. I got
Corn? What do you mean corn? Deer corn?
Deer corn. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
I'm a big deer hunter.
Yeah.
I like to bow hunt.
See, you and Kai could have got along good.
Yeah, I told you I would have took them turkey hunting. So this is our big paint booth. This is where we paint all of our big stuff: dump trucks, RVs, boats, tree trucks, excavators, bulldozers, whatever. We paint them in here. Right now we got a '97 Ford OBS. We're just doing some undercoating on. So
I see it's all taped up. Y'all just gonna blast everything else with undercoat?
yeah, we actually wrapped up the full exhaust, the engine transfer case, and then we'll prep it. We've cleaned all the mud out, we've scuffed it, and we're gonna actually undercoat the whole thing just to protect it. It's all original paint truck, so we kind of want to just leave it original best we can. Hold on, let me get the lights.
You're good. This is the dungeon.
Oh, this is his favorite car.
Yeah, this is. How many of these we got in the shop? 2 or 3 of the same style. Not the same cars, but they got the same problems.
So as you can see in here, we got a couple headliners we're getting ready to do. Seats out of that Ram that was up front.
Yep.
Getting ready to do full custom interior on them. 69 Mustang that we're building for George Kittle for the San Francisco 49ers. Pretty popular guy, tied in. Good country voice from Nashville.
Yeah.
And we're building it for him. So, pretty cool car.
One of your favorites?
No.
Not one of your favorites?
Yeah, not one of my favorites. You know, old cars,
Yeah.
when you try to make them turnkey and
Yeah.
perfect,
It's tough.
they're tough. They're just hard to make an older car reliable for everyday use for somebody that doesn't work on cars. You guys will be perfectly fine with it. For me, it's tough. Another big part of our business is we do a lot of commercial wraps. We do all the wraps in-house. We have in-house designer. So like even on a commercial wrap, we treat it the same way. We pull the belt molding, door handles, mirrors.
You pull this thing apart just like you did all the high-end
Just like we treat them all exactly the same. So we're stripping it, doing a full rewrap on it, and you know, this is a big part. So you know, you see like a guy has 12 vans, like we want all 12 of them. We're gonna try to do them all. So it's pretty neat. Here's a Monte Carlo SS we built for a guy named Jamison Crowder. He plays for the New York Jets. Wheels, killer stereo, nice interior, but kind of stock looking, so it still looks original. And, it just came in for some stuff. Here's a new Tahoe doing a full build on 30, Starlight headliner, painted emblems, brakes, all kind of good stuff.
That's probably big ticket on Tahoe, huh?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, yeah, pretty big run on it.
Yeah. That's a high country too.
Yeah. Here's a new TRX, just bought. We'll do a little customizing to it and then resell it, you know, kind of already fixed up a little bit. So it's pretty neat. I know I jumped the gun on the back there, but back there we got some golf carts we're building, side-by-sides, cool stuff like that. We got some SEMA trucks outside that we're building.
Yeah, we saw those earlier today.
Cool stuff.
Another Grand National.
Yeah, another Grand National. Doing a real nice stereo setup in it. Kind of mostly original car. This is a perfect car for you. This would be like
This would be it. Yeah. Like very close. Because the interior's real clean. It's like driver quality, you know, like not. Don't look like it's like a. There's some GM pros up this way somewhere that I was looking at a car and I really wanted to. I was really close on it, but it had just a little bit of rust. Like it was perfect, but it had just a little, like the bottom of the doors.
Oh
that's,
yeah, that's tough.
I couldn't. I know you can fix it, but then if in my head I go, well, if it's there, it's probably.
Rust is one of those things that you can kind of fix it, but it never really all the way goes away.
So, and I'll know that, and so I'll be trying to figure out how to replace the doors and all that. And I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna do it. I'm just not.
Then it's too much.
Yeah.
There's a 22 Denali truck. What's it, buddy? We're just doing some rewrapping and fixing some stuff on it.
Yeah, that was good work.
Yeah, that's Cullen.
They nailed it with those SUV. That's a big.
Good.
Yeah, what is it? Oh, another Rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah, another Rolls.
This OBJ's, Odell Beckham Jr. It says Rolls Royce, Mandarin interior.
Seems like you do quite a
system.
few cars for him.
Yeah, we do. We do a lot for him. Generally sell him all his cars, customize all of them.
Is this a wrap?
The interior. It is a wrap.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do they call that? It's like a mirrored. It's like mirrored black.
Black
or something?
chrome.
Okay.
It's black chrome. Yep.
I was gonna buy one of those for a day.
Yeah. It could be a daily.
I mean, that
Number
whole,
300.
all my camera gear were real nice.
392. Here's another Escalade, just a new Escalade we've got in stock. We'll customize it and have it ready for somebody to sell, or one of our customers will want it. So it's pretty neat. 22 Denali over there. Wheels, tires, lift kit, painted flares, stereo. Here's a Donk with a big block, custom interior, frame off restoration.
I've seen a couple of cars like this here that Sean would really like.
Yeah.
He really likes Donk. This one's like real clean.
Yeah, he would probably like this car a lot. That big block AC. Yeah.
A little better than I would.
Here's a huge build we've been working on for a couple years. It's taken us a lot longer than we wanted to, just because the parts are hard to get, and subs that take a long time to get the gold done. It's real gold. It's not just powder coated gold. And LS swap, shave firewall, candy paint, full custom interior, 10 hides of leather in it right now. Air ride. It's a real cool build. Great customer. Right now we're building a full console in it.
Yeah.
You can see the console, and back here you can kind of see the process in the trunk where we're building the trunk out. So doing 410s in the trunk, air tank will be back there, batteries inside, amps inside, so we'll still have a lot of trunk room to be able to put stuff in it, bags and things like that. So really cool. This is the fun part, you know what I mean? This is the fun part. Working the kinks out and all that stuff's not quite as much fun.
Yep.
You can see the back of this. This is where So we built the speaker box. You see, it looks like a Rolls-Royce grill.
Right.
That's it.
That's nice. It's,
Yeah, it's all orange interior in it. There's OBJ's logo and the Rolls-Royce emblem.
that's nice.
It's really, really, really cool stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really? Did you have people at the gate, or did they run the gate? Yeah.
Here's some signs. This is big part of what we do is the sign making business. So these are signs for buildings. We build a lot of banners, stuff like that. This is, of course, same thing y'all do, apparel. So
Yeah, I know. I'm sure I walk by there.
Yeah,
Well, I know what you're doing here.
You know what we're doing
Yeah.
there. So get all our apparel out so we can get our fans stuff.
Sure.
Here, this
plotter.
is where we do all of our printing, laminating, wall graphics, plotter, safety signs. We do full wall graphics like this, these standoff signs.
Is this where you cut your kits to for your wraps?
Yep,
Yeah.
yep, we do everything.
I feel like it's kind of like you got a couple, like 2 or 3 businesses in here.
It's basically what it is.
Yeah,
It's
no, it's kinda what it feels
like 3 or 4. You know, you got to make the sign shop and
Yeah.
the wrap shop successful. You got to make the paint shop successful. You have to make the stereo and wheels and tires, all of that successful. And,
Yes.
and then and then they all complement each other.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. But the
Yeah.
cool thing is they all tie back into vehicles.
Yeah.
You know, which
So like every decal, so like every shock we do, we put our own decal on
Yeah.
it, customize with colors, we personalize them to people, we make signs for all of our customers when we can. These are the same logos that the brakes that we're painting.
yeah,
That's why we can change them from white to black and orange and pink and do all the different
right.
stuff. So
Because
it's so
y'all make the logos.
yeah,
for the
because we
brakes.
make it all. It's so many different things, and same thing with them. Like a regular sign shop can't make standoffs like this or a logo
Yeah.
like that, but because we have the audio guys, we can build all that stuff in house, and so it's just really cool, man. We work as a great team. You know, we got a lot of guys that work here, and everybody takes a lot of pride in it. And,
How many employees do you have?
about 25.
25?
Yeah, so you know, when we come in tomorrow morning, I mean, it's a madhouse.
Yeah.
You know, every day, and but it's a lot of work. It's a lot of cars here. It's a lot of responsibility every day. So we're blessed to be able to do what we love, and you know, able to change people's lives and show
Yeah.
people new opportunities. And you know, we
Well-
do a lot of stuff for our community. Like you can see right here. We make all these baseball signs, and any sports teams that are in our community, we make all their posters and give them to the seniors. I mean, just a lot of neat stuff that we like to do.
Saying, and you do stuff for your old high school. And
Oh yeah, my
All
old
their
high,
sports
my
stuff
old
and
high
everything?
school. It looks like a college facility with all the signage, locker rooms, gym, everywhere, and you know, it just feels really good to be able to give back to the community. You know, because that's something you don't ask for when you're young, wanting to be successful. You know, that's one of those
Right.
things you don't really ask for. So in here is where we do all our designing. You can see this is some stuff we're gonna do this week. We're working on a police car for cancer. So we did a real nice rendering, and this is gonna be the final. So we're start printing this out this week, full reflective with a custom pink. We're doing underglow lights on it, pink crash bar in the front. It'll be really nice. It's gonna compete. This is a Kenworth we're doing for a good local customer, where we're gonna do like this red, white, and blue theme on it for him. So we'll knock that out. But I mean, you can see we build, you know, anything from like everyday. These are probably Mossy Oak stickers, I think, is what these are. But we build tons of stickers for people, lots of safety signs for like plants and factories and things like that. So it's just really cool.
yeah.
And we got a killer Chevelle in the showroom, all satin paint, full custom red interior, LS swap, big wheels on it. So it's really a nice piece to have in the showroom.
What is he talking about? A weekend deal? Yeah. No, I'm saying. Yeah, he's not a Wednesday, Thursday guy, right? I talked to him. Like I've always heard Johnny talk about him. You
Yeah.
know, even before. So anyway, he's a obviously a smart guy.
Yeah, he's very smart.
And he's just a good dude. So.
Yeah, he is, man, and he's been in the game a long time. So
Yeah.
for him to, we won the NMCA World Championship last year in Extreme Pro Mod, man, and he's been racing 40 years,
Yeah.
and so that's like the biggest of the big for him, and it was great to
Yeah.
finally see him get to what he put in.
He was telling me a lot about kind of how you guys, team up and as far as operation and everything. It's like,
Yeah.
you got a pretty good deal. That's
Yeah,
cool.
We do, man, and we're there for each other. We're there
Yeah.
for our community. If I'm doing something in a community, him and other business owners are the first to reach out.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I'm in. Whatever it is, I'm in. David's the same way. Like, we got something going on. Hey, man, I'm in.
Oh, I can tell.
And-
Yeah,
and that's
he turned me on to you.
yeah,
And
that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
It's whatever we can do to keep each other, going. So.
well, it looks like we've made a circle, right? So we
Yeah.
came out that door, and then we came back in, and we're in the same spot. So it looks like we've gotten. I know we didn't go outside or anything like that.
Yeah.
I just want to say I appreciate it. I know my truck's done out there, and we couldn't have. I don't know what we would have done. So I really appreciate you guys taking care of us. But for everybody else, if you're in the area, this is a good spot to come. Like, if you want to do anything to your cars, as you can see, he does almost everything. So if you're in the Roxborough, or as far as that goes, I would think anywhere.
Anywhere.
Yeah.
Anywhere. We transport in-house.
And I saw
local, all over the country.
They brought a couple cars to you today in a transport company brought you a couple cars. So obviously you take stuff for everywhere. So.
Yeah, that's what we do. You guys follow us on Instagram, Facebook, DreamWorks Motorsports.
Post links to
We
all
also
that,
have
too.
a website, DreamWorksMotorsports.com.
Yeah, and I stalked your Instagram, I think this morning or maybe yesterday, and it's like you've got a pretty good following on Instagram. So you got a lot of people that obviously that like what you do. So I'm impressed. Your place is pretty dang cool.
Well, I appreciate it, man. I'm glad y'all got to come and see.
Yeah.
I hate it's under these
I
circumstances.
know, right? Yeah, I know.
But
Well, you know what? A lot of times, and I hate to say this, but this is how I end up with relationships with people is you're in a jam or whatever the case is, and
number 2 for you.
Well, yeah, I don't really count the first one because I didn't know you at the time. And really, that was Johnny's jam.
Yeah, that's right.
But I owned the jam, so
Yeah,
no, I
that's
get
right,
it.
so
I get it. Yeah, you're right.
either way.
No, I owe you twice now. I
Yeah,
get
that's
it.
right. That's right.
Yeah, I don't know if you said that on camera, but what you told me earlier, you were going to purposely wreck something or tear something up in Oklahoma so you come to my shop and do the same thing.
Yeah, do the same thing
yeah.
for you. Yep, that's right.
Yeah.
So we're
Well,
good.
cool, man. I appreciate you. Do you have you got a website or anything that
He
you
did. He goes
okay,
to me, and I have
cool.
everything.
We're
Okay.
good to go. He's got everything for us. So
Okay.
We're ready to go, man.
All right. You can get it up, edit that up, make it good, huh?
Yeah,
Okay,
happy
cool.
Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. We appreciate y'all. Appreciate what you do.
For sure.
We appreciate y'all holding it down
I
while
appreciate
we're
sharing.
doing what we do.
I appreciate
you know?
Cherish letting me be here on Mother's Day
Yeah.
instead of what I should be doing with her,
Yeah,
probably.
that says a lot. Yeah, so it's big stuff, man. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank y'all. Yeah.
You might have caught it.
I heard you say it, but I was
Yeah.
so mad at the truck
Yeah.
that I didn't even turn around and look and see what you were looking at.
But that does more good than money, you know what I mean?
No, I
Money's
get
just
it.
going
I
to
get
pay
it.
bills and it'll go somewhere. Those guys will wear them shirts. They'll love
Yeah.
them. They'll appreciate the memory and they'll think, man, it's worth it that, Ryan appreciates me coming through.
So if you'll just do this for me, anybody in your shop, I don't care who it is, I don't care if I met them or I didn't meet them, if whatever they want,
Yeah.
just give me sizes. That's all I need to
Okay.
know.
I'll do
And
it, man.
and if they want a hat, just tell me they want a hat too or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Some people wear hats, some people don't. But when we come back here in a couple days, we'll just throw you guys a box of stuff. And
Yeah, they'll love it, man. That means more to me than anything, so I
real.
appreciate that. That's,
and your guy, I'm blanking on his name.
Darian?
Yes, Darian.
Yep.
And make sure he understands if his parents want to come to the next, I got him. Whatever he needs. So
Yeah, I know they would enjoy it, man,
Yeah.
because a lot of the guys didn't get to come out to the track because the
Yeah.
weather was bad and it's Mother's Day, so, that sounds awesome, man, so we appreciate it.
thank y'all.
All right.